Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
The great team, the people's team, that is what Corinthians have come to be called over the years. And this, of course, is the ultimate sanctuary for those who only see black and white. We have already started here. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And it's made its way to Vieri! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Musiala. Cruyff. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I want to focus on this guy, Jamal Musiala. Born in Germany, raised in England. He was courted by both nations, of course, until he chose to represent Germany at senior level. I would say he's probably a natural 10 with a very quick turn of pace. And one side's gain really was one side's loss.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. It's Vieri! It's run loose. Who's going to get... Decent chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Del Piero really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And this is Eto'o. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Players have gathered round, and they are clearly concerned. And it's Rodri. Albertini. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get it through? And this is Vieri. And he shoots! Goal! Corinthians! Corinthians take the lead! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Corinthians are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Corinthians have taken the lead.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Cafu is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Corinthians are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. Rijkaard. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Can he get on the end of this? He's in a great position here, and he's cut it out. Robertson. Now, can they get him away? And he's worked it through. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Lahm, back towards the middle. Lahm. Musiala. Tries to play it through. Rijkaard. And Robertson. And he goes cross-field.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Vieira. Corinthians looking to pass their way through. Vieri. And this is Del Piero. Corner it is. Corinthians with the corner, their first. now a sudden chance to counter. Strong running down that left flank. That's good vision. Well read, and the danger is averted. Albertini is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Rodri did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Now it's Del Piero. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Corinthians have got it back and they'll have another go. Vieri! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Rodri. Cruyff. Eto'o looks to get on the end of this.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Strong challenge, that could leave a mark. And the first half is done. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. So your views on the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
Corinthians are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Recife finding their passes. Royce. Now it's Del Piero. Lahm cuts out the pass. Rodri. Cruyff. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Musiala. Now it's Raul. And it's Roberto Carlos. Raul, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Baresi, a man never lacking in drive or determination. Eto'o. Cannavaro. Rijkaard. And it's Robertson. Baresi. Still just a single goal between the sides. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, sweet feet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Royce. It's a good spell of possession, this.
Público presente na partida
Cannavaro.
de hoje. 60.179
Chance here to
espectadores.
counter. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cafu. He's being urged to shoot. Royce! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
And it's Lahm. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Albertini. Eto'o. Oh, well played.
Sport Recife really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Incoming delivery. Vieira. Now that looks a decent ball. Adams calmly anticipates. Raul. Musiala. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Royce, and this is Vieri. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Raul running with the ball. And they can counter here. Played down the flank.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Shapes to shoot! And the lead stays intact, just.
Well, you'd really expect him to hit the target from there.
And claimed it back swiftly. Now it's Vieri. Corinthians leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Plays a sharp little ball here. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Has a look and plays it forward. And that's been won straight back.
Corinthians can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Robertson going full tilt down the left. Cafu. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Now that's well seen too.
Corinthians have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
That's that, the end. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Del Piero picking up the Man of the Match award. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
The great team, the people's team, that is what Corinthians have come to be called over the years. And this, of course, is the ultimate sanctuary for those who only see black. Del Piero! Oh, it rattles the bar! Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Passes short and sharp. This looks promising. Chance! They've got to be quick to recover this.
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save. That's so good and so often seen nowadays. Don't give them time to think on the ball.
Played over towards the opposite flank.
Good switch, that. There's a player below, Peter, that I admire on a professional and personal level, the one and only Raul.
He's just out on his own for consistency.
Indeed, and a terrific leader. Talent has to be backed up by hard work and tenacity, and he leads by example, hence the respect he commands.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Big chance! Ambitious, but just off target.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
First quarter of an hour gone. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. It's Eto'o! Goal! Recife! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Looking tidy in possession here. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Opts to play it back. Cafu. And this is Vieri.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Nicely shaped ball. He is through here. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. And they're quick to get it back. Del Piero. It's a really well-measured ball. Cafu. Cross from Cafu. And Dijk getting this one clear.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Not the most accurate pass. And it's Robertson. And here's Del Piero. Corinthians are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Shapes to shoot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Lahm has created one goal already.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that...
And the shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
No way through, so back it comes. Recife have their second corner now. And he's heaved it away. Lam. Cruyff. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's picked his way through. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
Musiala pinches it off him. Royce. Oh, that was vital. It's a good spell of... Rodri.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And here's Del Piero. Rodri does really well to win the ball there. And it's Eto'o. Musiala. Oh, that's fabulous. That's good running with the ball. And he whips it in. Khan claims it. Safe hands. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
That gets things going for the second half.
Corinthians really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Robertson.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Recife needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that...
Takes a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Raul really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Rodri. And now they can spring out of defence. Adams proves too strong. Nothing wrong with that tackle. It's Eto'o! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Eto'o actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Recife get their fourth corner. And he's there to clear it. And it's Rodri. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Oh, that's nice. Oh, shooting chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. Royce goes short. Recife have the chance to go the other way. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Corinthians still behind thanks to that solitary strike.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And that's gone loose. Roberto Carlos. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
They're up to 5 corners now. Cannavaro deals with that comfortably. Cannavaro is there to clear. Back into the middle. Adams. And it's Roberto Carlos. That's a good run down the left. Now it's Raul. Roberto Carlos.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Eto'o. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Corinthians have not got very long if they hope to rescue this. They're being urged forward by great home support, but they need something to go their way pretty soon, Peter. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Can he get it through? Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. Robertson. No, again there's no way through. Played back in.
Sport Recife clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Searching pass he's played there. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And this is Raul. Raul showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Robertson is looking to influence the game from out wide. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
He's found a way through. Great ball. And the finish! And yes, it's there! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. That was fabulous. The most adept of touches. The smoothest of finishes.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in...
He's going for goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Cafu is offering a wry smile there.
Robertson. He's got away. Adams clears it away. Lam. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Del Piero! He scores! And what a climax we have here! Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Corinthians give themselves a chance. And that's that. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
The great team, the people's team, that is what Corinthians have come to be called over the years. And this, of course, is the ultimate sanctuary for those who only see black and white. So it's down to business here. Well, we all know of Johan Cruyff as the father of total football, but what can we expect from him on the pitch, Jim?
He'll be the conductor, Peter, making sure that his team create space and make good use of it. I expect him to be running the show and adding a touch of class to proceedings.
Winning with style, and that's what he has always been about.
Always.
Vieira. Ball played for Rijkaard. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that could set him on his way. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Lahm. Rodri. Albertini. Now it's Eto'o. Now it's Cruyff. And no, that was never going to make it. Cannavaro. Corinthians appearing to have the better of things in these early exchanges. And it's Robertson. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vieri. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, how's that for a goal? A finish right from the top draw. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Corinthians finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Recife looking to pass their way through, and he's managed... It's roll!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Now it's Del Piero. Oh, that is a good ball. He's had a shot! Raul.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Royce. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Albertini. Recife look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Raul. Cafu does really well to win the ball there. Royce is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Cannavaro. Cafu. That's Rijkaard. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. And it's Lahm. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Cruyff proves just a little bit too strong. It's a goal kick. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Always onto this. Oh, he's burst through. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Eto! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Vieira clears it away. And he's forced to go back.
Corinthians certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Great defending, strong and determined.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And that's a dangerous ball. And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's got his cross in.
That's well played. He knew he had to mop that up.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Raul threads one in. Oh, that was vital. Robertson. And the half-time whistle goes. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Corinthians can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Now it's Vieri. Royce, he's picked his way through. Royce has got himself a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Del Piero having a look.
Yeah, and I think it's a lesson to be learned in not conceding free kicks in this area.
We all love a trier, Peter, but the wiser choice would have been ball into box.
And he's intervened well there. Albertini. Looking for the run. Genuine physical edge about this game, it is. He's had a shot! That's a half-decent try.
Vieri usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
Albertini. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos just loves to go forward whenever he can. Oh, nicely intercepted. Corinthians still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Royce. Corinthians finding their passes. Roberto Carlos with the slide tackle there. Raul. Cannavaro. And here's Vieri. Out towards the flank. Showing good feet.
Oh, great feet, that.
Oh, that's fabulous. Now, what about... Oh, what a climb! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
60.179 espectadores.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
back into the middle.
Corinthians really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting range. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. It's roll! That had everyone off their seats.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Substituição no time do Corinthians.
Corinthians choosing to make the first change.
Camisa 6. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 25.
Strong running down that left flank. Now it's Eto'o. Eto'o going full steam ahead down the left flank. Now, what about a counter-attack? Cruyff. Oh, well measured. Oh, well played, well played. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he has shown him a yellow card. Baresi, Cannavaro, and it's Rijkaard, and this is Vieri. Rodri opts for safety. That has not gone well.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And here's Del Piero. Might be danger here. There's the shot! They've scored! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Corinthians grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Corinthians really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
The pass has gone astray. Cruyff. Eto'o. Now it's Eto'o.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Crunching tackle.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
It's a throw-in. Vieira. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it
Del
has to be.
Piero. And he's made sure that's not getting through. A probing pass. And the referee brings it to a close. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Vieri taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, Here's Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
The great team, the people's team. That is what Corinthians have come to be called over the years. And this, of course, is the ultimate sanctuary for those who only see black and white. And already we're underway here. And this is Eto'o, looking for a runner. Brilliantly cut out. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Cannavaro. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. Passing is crisp and sharp. No way through. Rijkaard. Now it's Vieri. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Can he get on the end of this? Van Dijk wins the duel this time. Van Dijk clears. Decent chance! Goal! Corinthians! Corinthians take the lead! A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players...
And Royce! Corinthians are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Looking to play him in. Great vision. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Cannavaro. Corinthians looking to pass their way through. He's shifting through the gears here. Royce. And this is Vieri. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Cannavaro, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Albert, there's the shot! And it's come back out to him. Goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Recife grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
And this is Vieri. Looking for options for movement. Real chance! Goal! Corinthians! And they've got their lead back. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Corinthians are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Corinthians go into the lead. Royce. Now he's got space here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Cruyff. For Lahm.
Such good technique.
Oh, played through for the wide man. Cruyff picks it up out wide. Royce going full steam ahead down the left flank. Now it's Del Piero. Musiala. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. It's a pretty loose pass. Lahm is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Threads one in.
Roll!
A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Corinthians head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1.
Substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa 6.
And we're underway again.
Para a entrada do jogador, camisa 27.
Corinthians different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Quality ball. Tries to play it through. Van Dijk makes the interception. Now it's Eto'o. Vieira can see things others simply cannot. And it's Royce. And here's Vieri. Scholes. He's picked his way through. Cross into the box. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And the shot's on here. He's gone for goal! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Cafu goes short. And the finish! That is decidedly lacking.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
And smartly reclaimed. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Eto'o. Royce is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him.
Público presente na partida de hoje. 60
And they've got rid.
810
Corinthians
espectadores.
still have the cards to affect this game. Tries to... takes a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Vieira, a man never lacking in drive or determination. Raul, done delicately. Eto'o. Rijkaard gets it clear.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Cafu. And it's Cannavaro. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Rodri. Nicely weighted ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Rijkaard. Vieira. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Strong challenge, that could leave a mark. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle, stopped him dead in his tracks. Out towards the flank, Cruyff. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Now that looks a decent ball. Scholes is the team's great visionary.
They've got to make this nice and quick. You have to expect that from everyone now.
Short changes him with that pass. Vieira.
Corinthians clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa 7, camisa 19.
And here's Kutchu.
Deixando o campo para a entrada
Raul.
dele.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neymar.
The final 5 minutes.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
It's a searching pass. Searching pass he's played there. Can he get onto this? Roberto Carlos is... Oh, he's given it away. He's fizzed it forward.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de
Keep the ball
acréscimo.
and you win the game. It really is that simple. 2 minutes to be added on. Cafu. Adams cuts it out. And we're done. Corinthians have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Vieri taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Corinthians really had a measure of control throughout and strengthened their grip on a victory as the game progressed.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.